Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I am doing a reading for water signs today, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces in all placements, and it's timeless in general, so take what resonates, and if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements as well. And I'm just going to say that when I say all placements, it means that we all have everything in our chart. Not everything is as prominent in terms of zodiac signs, but tarot is not about astrology. Tarot is about tapping into energy. And so it honestly, it doesn't matter what astrology you have. Um, it's about the energy, and intention plays a big part in that, but anything can resonate ultimately. Anyway, I'm going to start with the wisdom of the oracle and get the baseline of the story, and then I will clarify with some other decks. And Linda's here. Good morning. First one in. Yay. Thanks for being here. And thanks to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing and helping my channel to grow. I very much appreciate it. Okay, so what do we got going on for water signs? Breathe. Number 29. Here, I'll keep holding them up. 29. Yin. Number 2. Oh, and higher power in protection, which means in reverse. Number 4. This is interesting. This feels like you've mostly gotten things figured out. Maybe you are taking time to meditate, to just kind of relax and get into the flow of things, be this open, receptive vessel for all the good to come in. You're kind of, with these two cards in particular, it's this very serene, open energy. With higher power in protection, it seems like there's a part of you that is struggling a little bit to completely be in the flow, to completely trust that uh, all that you need, all that you want is coming in. It's like you may have this idea that in order to get what you want, it's up to you and you alone. And you may be forgetting that there's a partnership here. And you understand this, that this partnership is between you and the universe, that what you're opening up to isn't just the physical manifestation of of what you've been trying to manifest, but it's more of the energy that's being given to you from the universe, that you ultimately are the vessel, you're the conduit that the energy flows through to create the manifestation that you want. And again, I get the sense that you mostly know this, but there's something, maybe like some kind of default mode. There's something going on in your mind. Maybe it's that you're really trying to get into your heart, into your intuition, into this very, like I said, this serene, calm place, but there's some faulty thinking, or there's something from your past, most likely, that is, it's like I'm getting like you're trying to control the outcome of something, or um yeah. Yeah, this is about needing to surrender completely. You're mostly there. But to just, when you find yourself in that place of kind of your energy is contracting, um, you're trying to meditate and your brain won't stop, and there's, you're trying to be receptive, but then there's this feeling of like, when's it going to happen? When am I going to get what I want? Um, there's a need to try to surrender in the moment to just what is, basically. Um, I feel like this is a fear of, yeah, it's a fear of things not working out the way that you want. And it's that fear that is kind of putting a what do they call it? In the UK, they say putting a spanner in the works, which I had to look that up. A spanner is a wrench. um, yeah, and to allow yourself to get back into that flow and trust that even if you don't see evidence of what you're trying to receive or manifest, know that it's on its way, and focus on being grateful for what you have now, essentially. So, yeah, Mojo Tarot is here, and Rest Mojo and JoJo. Hello, thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Cat Tarot. I want to know more about what is going on here with my water signs. Let's see. This way, right? I don't, oh, I guess this is, this is the 10 of Swords. Kitty is climbing on the screen. Yeah, I have a screen very similar to this, and this has happened to mine as well. It will need to be replaced. Ooh, and we've got the Hermit, Virgo energy. I don't know if I've ever pulled the Hermit in this deck. This bag has the Eye of, I think that's the Eye of Ra on it. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this is why you're having trouble, is because you are dealing with having to close out a situation, close out a cycle of some kind. It's like you've climbed to the top as far as you can go, and you realize that you can't get any higher, and that now it's time to get down. But how does one do that? And you're realizing that in order to step off, in order to close the cycle, there might be a little bit of damage that happens because of it. um, you're trying to, there, it's like you're trying to do damage control, and in a sense there's nothing that you can do to mitigate the damage. In a sense, the damage has already been done. And now all you can do is just kind of back away and let let the screen be replaced when the time is right. Um, it's like I get this sense of there's a sense of guilt or shame or something, wanting to hide. You're going within, trying to figure out, how could I do this next time so I don't cause so much damage, or that I don't allow so much damage to be caused towards me. Um, oh, we have some confirmation there. uh, yeah, you could be feeling like um, something happened. Something, maybe someone got one over on you, or um, made you a promise, told you that you could go a lot higher than you realized you could. Um, Told you that you could do something and it wouldn't cause any damage, and then it did. Ultimately, there's this there's this sense of you kind of withdrawing, retreating, looking to figure out how to have a new beginning, or in the process of taking that time to go within, to tap into your intuition, your inner wisdom, taking the time to get into this receptive mode, to breathe, meditate, go out in nature. You're finding your center, and that's leading to this new beginning. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is like, okay, the treats are coming. Something new is on its way, and kind of being ready to try something new because of having learned a major lesson. But there's this pause. No pun intended. um because I keep looking at this higher power card, and it's like this is the hand of the universe being like, come on, have the treat. And it's like you're sniffing the treat. You're like, I don't know about this. Really? You're still in this mode of damage control, like not fully trusting that what's being offered to you is actually viable. But there's a clear opportunity here for you. And again, there's this kind of need to step into the flow, move into the flow, um, to accept the treat, and trust that there's more where that came from. Okay, so let me go with the Oracle Tarot. Hey, Redbeard made it. Hello, sir. Thanks for joining. All right. So, what is the challenge here? What is the challenge you are currently facing? Test of courage, 5 of wands. Opportunity, 7 of pentacles. And temperance, balance and harmony. That is Sagittarian energy. You you have some options, particularly with that Ace of Pentacles. It's adding to the mix. I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is what's been missing. You've been spinning the wheel. you've you've been looking at what it is you want to do, what you could do. You've um, probably invested a fair amount of your energy and time into something. And this is like you being at a crossroads where it's like, do I continue with where I've been? But no, I can't continue because I've gone as high as I can go, which means there's a new beginning. But that feels like there's a, everything that I've put in is is all for naught. And I'm here to remind you that it's not all for naught, that you have learned some really important lessons. And and I feel like there's also this sense of you don't want to move out of your comfort zone. In order to accept that treat, that pinnacle, that new opportunity, you need to conquer some kind of fear. This test of courage is like you have to take a risk and start over, which requires balance. It requires moderation. It requires patience, balance, and harmony. But this is also a kind of pointing to the fact that when you do accept that treat, when you take that opportunity, that is going to help you learn how to balance, how to get into harmony, because it's the next thing that is going to um, there's gonna be something that becomes clear to you that you don't currently know. You don't know until you step onto this new path. But yeah, there's fear here. You do not want to leave your comfort zone, which is very understandable. Um, we humans, we like our comfort zone. And someone just recently told me this great quote, which is something like, life begins when we leave our comfort zone, something like that, which is true. Life is really all about like doing the next thing, taking those risks, trying new things, because otherwise we end up in this energy of complacency, and it can turn stagnant and we get bored, and it can lead to ultimately ultimately it can lead to unhappiness. Sound Yeah, unhappiness. Saying that didn't sound right for a minute. Um, so let me go with the Dreaming Way Tarot. Hey, Gypsy Tarot made it. Hello. Thank you for joining. Okay, so what is hidden? What's coming in that you don't see yet? What's on its way? We've got the Hermit again. Queen of Swords. And the Eight of Cups. So there could be somebody with Virgo in their chart who's coming in, holding up a lantern, holding up the light, being the beacon, shining the light. And it's somebody who has done the work themselves. But this also feels like maybe you have Virgo in your chart, but it feels like okay, so these two figures are pointing towards the past. It's like you're shining the light on where you've been. what's happened, the lessons that you've learned. And a part of those lessons have to do with learning how to stand strong and to set healthy boundaries, to communicate what is important to you, to speak your truth, and to be very discerning about the the energies that you allow in your life. I get the sense that maybe you've for example let people take advantage of you, because typically people with water in their chart are incredibly giving and want to share, want to share themselves, and and that can often be taken advantage of. And this is you recognizing that somehow you were taken advantage of, and realizing that you're not going to let that happen again. And so this is you kind of turning about face and heading in another direction, heading towards the future, walking away from what has happened, from the past, from anyone who has not not had your best interest in mind. And this is coming when this is going to happen when you finally get into that energy of allowing and receiving, rather than trying to control how things go. Things are going to go how they go, regardless of what you try to do. Control is an illusion. And usually, our need to control comes from a fear of being out of control. If we've been through something, if we've been feel like we've been bamboozled, um, the next time around, we're going to be like, no, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to make sure this never happens again. And it's like, yes, to a point, you want to do that. But then also, you want to get back into that receptive mode and be like, okay, what do I do? Where am I heading? What do I want? And then allowing that in. It's being human is tricky. There are all these very like the gray areas and fine lines, between like not enough and too much, and what just, trying to find the just right point, be like Goldilocks. So, um, where are we at? I am gonna go with the Modern Witch Tarot. Would like a potential outcome. Potential outcome for my water signs. We've got the Ten of Wands, the Page of Swords, and Death. Scorpio energy. I think you're deciding to finally drop the burden. This is about you realizing, I don't know, maybe you're just thinking a lot about a particular situation. I feel like there's a specific situation here, and maybe you're checking up on somebody. The Page of Swords can be about, some people call it spying. You're kind of like looking at social media. Maybe you're like checking up on what somebody is up to. um or you can just be like in your head, or sometimes the Page of Swords is like, watching tarot readings about a person or a situation. But ultimately, whatever has been causing you to feel burdened, you're deciding to end it once and for all. with that death card. You're ready for the transformation. And this speaks to me of this final surrender, this final release, where you just say, okay, I'm going to let whatever is supposed to happen happen and allow in the new. I'm going to accept that treat. I'm going to accept that opportunity rather than being suspicious of it. Um, and ultimately, it's about transformation. Death always leads to rebirth. It leads to a new beginning. And the pages too. You know, pages are about communication and are also students. So you're learning. Maybe somebody is communicating something to you, or you are, the Page of Swords lands on the Queen of Swords. You're kind of starting fresh. You're taking what you've learned and you are somehow telling someone, I'm done. This is over. I'm moving on. So, okay. Let me finish with, I'm going to go with the Enchanted Map Oracle. Get some advice. One Ring Circus, number 15. Magic Prayer, 32. I don't think I've picked that one before. And Spirit of Place, 4. Now, this is interesting because we have a progression here: 6, 5, 4. 15, yeah, 15 breaks down to 6, 32 breaks down to 5, and then 4. So I'm going to need to look at my book to see I want to see what Magic Prayer is about. Um, Looking at this, like the One Ring Circus makes me think of the Hermit, which has come up a couple times. Doing things on your own terms, knowing that you have everything you need to be successful, to pull something off. And Magic Prayer, I feel like, kind of aligns with the Breathe card and the Yin card as well. It's like when we pray, we are tapping in, we are kind of sending out a message to the universe, to our higher power. Um and waiting to receive. And I'm going to say, because Magic Prayer is here, that it's very common when people pray to kind of do this supplication type of prayer, where it's like, for example, please God, give me what I want. I would recommend that instead of saying, please give me the thing I don't have, instead say, thank you for the thing the thing that I am about to receive, or the thing that you are giving me. Thank you. It's like when you get into the place of thanking rather than asking for, it's putting out a very different energy of, oh, it's already here. Thank you. Rather than, oh, I don't have it yet, because that's how manifestation works. That's how the law of attraction works. It reflects back to you whatever energy you're putting out. So you want to put out an energy of already having rather than not having, ultimately. 32. We've got, let's see. Speak your prayers, listen for the answers, act in faith. Yeah. And know that it is having faith, it is trusting, and know that you're going to get When you put it's like Abraham Hicks talks about sending out those rockets of desire. That is the prayer. It's putting it out there and then being open and receptive and trying to stay in that receptive mode, listening for the answers and acting upon them rather than trying to control an outcome. Again, it's very nuanced. Um, and spirit of place, authenticity is the essence of power. This is all about being authentic and true to who you are and what's important to you, and not following someone else's directives or telling you, like, letting people should on you. Oh, you should do this. You should be this way. You should, like, whatever. You should keep climbing. And you're like, but I can't get any higher. And now I've made a mess. Now there's damage to be done, or damage that has been done, I should say. So ultimately, yeah, be authentic to who you are. Um, there's nobody like you. So, and the easiest thing to do is to be yourself. When we try to be anything other than ourselves, and I'm speaking from personal experience, it is exhausting because you're trying to be something that you're not. And it takes a lot of energy to do that. So let me finish with a chakra card. Root chakra, safety. I let go of the need for protection when I realize that I'm safe. I trust my instincts and inner guidance to help navigate me through life's twists and turns. I can cope with adversity because I am always there for myself in loving and supportive ways. I am safe. Yeah, this is learning how to have your own back. I trust my instincts and inner guidance. This is the hermit that's come up twice. Your instincts and your inner guidance, that's all coming from your higher power, from the universe. Being there for yourself in loving and supportive ways, changing how you talk to yourself. And know that whatever adversity you've dealt with is a lesson. It didn't feel great, but it has led you to a place where you understand how to stand up for yourself and how to walk away from what doesn't serve, what's not good for you, right? So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.